guys, this is Lala Legacy, and welcome back to another episode of Cinderella Phenomenon. So, this time we are going to be going with a different person. We've already done Karma and Rumple, and now it's the route that I have been fearing and not looking forward to because it's her fucking stepbrother, Rod. Let's go. Rod came to the Marchen today to discuss something with Parfait. This is just the third time he has visited the tavern since I've been here. I wonder what he discusses with Parfait. Rod's eyebrows furrow as soon as he sees me enter the room. Oh, it seems like the princess has something she would like to speak with you about, Prince Rod. She probably already knows why I'm here. Thank you, Prince Rod, for telling me about this. I shall leave you with the princess now. Rod's expression turns grim. He clearly disapproves of me even just being in the same room as him. As soon as Parfait leaves, he shoots a glare in my direction. What do you want? All I have done is enter the room, and he is already angry. I am still not used to being treated like this by him. I am here to ask you about goodness. You are asking the wrong person, Melody. Did I make the right choice in choosing to come to him? I do not intend to help you break your curse, no matter what Lady Parfait says. Pardon? And Melanie and my mother have tried to be kind to you many times, but you only ever respond with disrespect and cruelty. Cruelty? You think I have been cruel to them? How else would you describe your behavior? Why am I suddenly the one at fault? Their coming to the palace made my life miserable. I am the victim here, not them. The others may think you're capable of goodness, but I severely doubt it. I do not wish to work with you, so do not come to me for help. Excuse me. He turns around and begins to walk away, leaving me to stand alone in the room, even angrier than I was before. How dare he treat me like this? I grab his arm and pull him around so he is facing me. I refuse to let him belittle me like this, especially when I am making a conscious effort to change. What if I can help you break your curse? Will you help me then? Rod fixes me with an icy stare as he pulls away. I don't intend to break my curse. What? Rod shoots me one last glare before he leaves the Marchen, leaving me to stand there confused. If he does not intend to break his curse, then why is he even here? I stare in horror at the floor. Gravel and sand are embedded between the floorboards. The wood beneath my feet is covered in a thick muck. Hi, Mr. Broom. Oh, no. Stop! I never thought I'd see this. The princess is actually sweeping. I'd say it's more like the broom is sweeping and the princess is just along for the ride. Lady Parfait, your orders have arrived. Where should I put them? At the back, please. Thank you. I glare at Garland as he begins to move. You! You are dirtying the floor. Sorry. Yeah, you better run. Garland dashes across the floor with long steps in an attempt to leave as few footprints as possible. This was Dolores' doing, wasn't it? Is it obvious? This has witch having fun written all over it. I need water. Wow, completely spotless. You are the worst. Don't be mad at the broom, princess. It is only trying to help. It is doing nothing but making my life miserable. Lady Parfait, I must speak with you. I look up at the witch that has just entered. She is a regular at the Marchen, and according to Parfait and Delora, a good witch. She orders tea from here from time to time. She has mud on her shoes! Why is she glaring at me like that? I believe it's because of your shoes, dear. I have just cleaned the floor. Oh, I am sorry. I will clean up after myself right away. Good. The princess is something else. I've never seen a witch so frightened of someone before. Yeah. The witch hurriedly cleans up the tracks she'd made coming in before going to speak with Parfait. Even though Parfait says that Delora is this witch is good, I do not trust her judgment. Especially not when she considers Delora, who ruined my life, a good person. I put the broom back in its resting place before double-checking my work. Now that I am done, I can continue to work on breaking my curse. Whom should I ask for help today? Of course we're going to go for Rod because we're doing his route. I glance over at Rod as he enters the tavern. That was almost perfect timing. He told me that he does not intend to break his curse, yet here he is again. Rod must sense my eyes on him because the minute he walks in, he turns to look at me. His expression is as cold and unmoving as always. He pointedly leaves the tavern area and enters the reception. I follow after him. I told you to find someone else. What can I do to make you stop hating me? What? You said that whatever I had done to you or your family was bad. So if I reverse that, I might get a good deed. You truly don't understand how goodness works, do you? I would not be asking you if I did. Rod closes his eyes and rubs the back of his neck. He looks thoughtful, but also irritated. I intend to break my curse as soon as possible, and I will do whatever it takes. And it seems to me that the easiest way to achieve a good deed is to fix the supposedly bad things I have already done. So, are you going to help me or not? Tell Lady Parfait I will see her another time. He leaves the room without answering my question. I ball my hands into fists. And he calls me the cruel one! A month has passed, and I have yet to complete even one good deed. Not for any lack of trying, though. I have been asking around for advice on how to be a good person and received various answers. What makes someone good? I'd say being selfless. I think it's important that you consider another person's feelings. Patience. The ability to soothe even the most broken of hearts. Forget I asked. Bravery. Loyalty. You must be beautiful both on the inside and out. Right. Must I be all of those things in order to be good? According to Parfait, I cannot just pretend. It has to come from my heart. I place my hand on my chest to consider the steady pulse of my heartbeat. That will not be easy. I close my eyes, thinking of all the possible ways I might be able to break my curse, but in the end, my mind is blank. Mother, what am I supposed to do? A dream? Okay, we've already seen this dream before, so... okay, I guess we're skipping to... to this part. Alright, Rod, hello. A change of pace. Here we go. Now we're really in it. Ugh, sorry, guys. I will ask Rod if he will pair up with me. I know we do not have a good relationship. Rod has spared no effort in telling me how cruel I have been to his family. But I feel that rectifying whatever mistakes I made with them might be an easy way to get 3 good deeds. Oh, this is going to be very interesting. But Melody, didn't he tell you that he didn't want to break his curse? Yes, but that may not be the whole truth. He is still reluctant to break his curse despite all the advice I have offered him. Perhaps you will be able to encourage him where I could not. I do not care if he does not want to break his curse. I only need him to help me remedy the supposedly bad things I have done to his family. I believe that will be the easiest way to break my curse. But the problem is that I rarely see him here. He is usually at the palace. In order for this arrangement to work, I will need to be in the palace. I for one, think it's a terrible idea. What if? Dolores' voice trails off. She averts her gaze to the floor, her expression a mixture of anxiety and solemn consideration. What if what? Is there something I should know? Both the witch and the fairy just stare at me silently. After a few moments, Parfait speaks. You would be far away from us, princess. We would not be able to assist you. Witches could be lying in wait for you. Witches could be lying in wait for you, knowing that you're the true crown princess of Angiel. They might seek to use you for their own purposes. What sorts of purposes? Why would the witches be after me in the first place? Many of them have been corrupted by the Tenebrarum. Darkness has invaded their hearts, making them bitter. Many of them simply want to see the fairy tale curses continue on undisturbed. This is all just speculation, bud. It's better to be safe rather than sorry. What would you have me do? Delora? I have an idea. I think I can get her into the palace and make sure there's someone there to look out for her. How? Just trust me. Tomorrow, the Ice Princess returns to her palace. I have a bad feeling about this. Oh no! This cannot be happening. Don't dilly-dally. The princess will soon be awake and expecting her new maid. I close my eyes and suppress the urge to groan. How is it that Delora was able to turn me into Melanie's personal maid? She thought this would be funny, did she? Well, I will make her pay for this. I expect you to not be late again. We have very strict rules on how the palace staff should behave. I am not exactly sure how Delora managed this. She told me she was going to cast a spell on me and that it would be over as soon as I opened my eyes. I closed my eyes, and sure enough, when I opened them, I found myself here in a maid uniform. What did she do? The maid continues to babble at me. How annoying. I pretend to listen to her as she leads me through the palace hallways. Melanie and Rod's chambers are located here. Oh! We come to a halt when Melanie suddenly appears from around the corner. Your Highness? The maid ducks into a neat curtsy. Melanie's eyes meet mine. I tense as I wait for any signs of recognition from her, but she only gives me a curious look, as if wondering who I am. She clearly does not recognize me. The maid suddenly reaches back and pulls at my shoulder, forcing me into a bow. You are in front of the crown princess of Angiel. Show some respect, girl. My apologies, Your Highness. She is new and clearly needs to be taught some manners. Excuse me? Oh, please, there's no need for that. What is she trying to achieve by pretending to be kind to a palace maid? Who is she trying to fool? Your Highness, this is your new personal maid. Melanie glances at the maid, looking confused. Why do I need a personal maid? It is by the king's orders, princess. Melanie turns to look at me again. What is your name? She is talking to you, girl. I scowl at the maid before facing Melanie. I cannot believe I have fallen so low that I am now being ordered around by a maid. Melody. It's nice to meet you, Melody. I hope we can get along. When I do not respond, Melanie's face falls. I was just heading to breakfast with my family. Of course, Melody will escort you to the dining hall. I raised my eyebrows at the maid, irritated. There is no need for concern. I can get there on my own. I breathe a sigh of relief. I am not here to babysit her. The maid leans forward and whispers something in my ear. I don't know how it is that you landed this position, but you owe the royal family your diligence and respect. If you continue to show disrespect, I will be having a word with the king. The maid pushes me forward so that I am forced to stand next to Melanie. She will escort you to the dining hall, Your Highness. Her job requires that she follow you everywhere in case you require assistance with anything. But it is almost time for breakfast, Princess Melanie. Melanie frowns and looks at me. I am so sorry. What is she apologizing for? Good morning! Good morning. It seems that you have met your personal maid. The king's eyes widen as soon as he spots me. You look familiar. Does he recognize me? I feel a little tremble in my heart as I consider that hope. Are you not the girl who came to the gates before? I deflate with a soundless sigh. He remembers me as the peasant. This is the first time I am meeting you as a Melanie's personal maid. What is your name? Melody. That is a lovely name. We are glad to have you here, Melody. The king gives me a warm smile. The softness of his gaze makes me angry. He never treated me so kindly when he remembered me as his own daughter. And Melanie takes her seat while I walk to stand at the walls beside the other maids and butlers. The door opens and Rod walks inside. He greets the king, Ophelia, and then his sister. He is just about to take a seat when his eyes suddenly fall on me. The shock is apparent on his face. Rod, is something wrong? I see there is a new maid on staff. His tone was almost accusatory. I bristle at his words, and am about to say something when Ophelia speaks. She is Melanie's new personal maid, Melody. Rod stares at me for a few moments, his expression unreadable. Eventually, he moves to take a seat. I stand silent and watch the royal family eat their breakfast. The small area is filled with happy conversation. Yeah, I said that right. For a second there, I thought I accidentally said it wrong. The four of them smile at each other. I'm trying to find tissue because my nose is a little runny. Sorry, guys. They smile at each other when they speak, and it is easy to see how comfortable they are all are with one another. When I was here, our meals were always so quiet, but everyone looks so happy now. I bite my lip to will the heavy feeling away. Rod told me that before, but I did not want to believe him. I turned back to the conversation at hand. We have something very important to discuss with you, Melanie. Oh? I have brought this up before, but now the matter is more pressing. Is this about... Yes, this is about the ball. Ophelia gives the king a disapproving look. Dear. I know it seems a strange position, but this is royal tradition. Melanie is at a suitable marrying age, and this ball may yet help her find a suitor. But a husband? Melanie's cheeks are tinted pink. A royal ball for Melanie? For her to find a husband? I never would have agreed to such a thing. The king never forced me into one because he knew that. I will not force you to marry someone you do not love, Melanie. We agreed on this ball to uphold tradition. All eligible bachelors will be invited in 4 months' time. You will choose the man you want to court you. I did find my true love through a ball after all. He glances at Ophelia, who responds with a fond smile. Her expression falls back into something more worried when she looks at her daughter. But what if I can't choose anyone? We will throw one ball, as per tradition. We will not force you into another ball if you do not find a good suitor, but we must uphold traditions at least once. Perhaps this will push you to think more about the future. I will not put any added pressure on you, Melanie, but I would be happy to see grandchildren before I have to give up my throne. I'm not getting any younger, you know. Father! I can tell that the king is trying to make light of the situation, but there is an undertone of seriousness. And Melanie eventually sighs and slowly nods. I understand. My gaze shifts to Rod to search for a reaction, but his expression is impassive. No reaction at all. Did he know this was going to happen? But can I really be the princess of the kingdom of the kingdom of Angiel deserves? I feel so underprepared. Or unprepared. You are the crown princess of Angiel. You must be confident. But that is all the time that I have for this episode, guys. So, if you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up down below. And if you haven't already, subscribe. By subscribing, you're becoming part of a legacy. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye!